warm welcome to the Global Citizen Leadership Training course. This course is called Fundamentals of Global Citizenship and is in video and print format. It is intended to build the global citizen leadership skills of mid-level professionals like yourselves from government, international organizations, and the business community. The course also is open to the participation of secondary school civics and global education teachers and university professors. My name is Ron Israel, Director of the Global Citizens Initiative, and I will be your guide for this course. My colleague Ash Hartwell serves as technical advisor and coordinator of the active learning components of the course. The Fundamentals of Global Citizenship course will help you achieve the following 4 important professional learning goals. First, it will increase your awareness and understanding of what it means to be a global citizen and a global citizen leader. Second, it will increase your understanding of the interrelated global issues that currently confront our planet. Third, it will increase your ability to advocate for the implementation of policies and standards that address these global issues within and across your countries. And finally, it will help you learn to use the principles of active learning that will help enable you to build a global citizen leadership team in your country or organization. The course consists of 8 modules available in video and print format. After this introductory module, each of the following modules will help you understand and address a specific global issue. The issues we will cover include human rights, gender equity, environmental protection and sustainable development, good governance, and global peace and justice. At the end of each module, a list of references and suggestions for further readings will be provided. Now, let's get down to the substance of the first module. Let's ask ourselves the important question: what do we mean by the term global citizen? At the Global Citizens Initiative, we define a global citizen as someone who sees himself or herself as being part of an emerging world community and whose actions help define this community's values and practices. Historically, human beings have always organized communities based on shared identities. Such identity gets forged in response to a variety of human needs and forces: economic, political, religious, and social. As group identities grow stronger, those who hold them organize into communities, articulate their shared values, and build governance structures to support their beliefs. Today, the forces of modern information, communications, and transportation technologies are helping people develop global identity. In increasing ways, these technologies are strengthening our ability to connect to the rest of the world. For example, through the internet, through strengthening our ability to build and participate in the global economic marketplace, through the ways in which we now see the worldwide impact of atmospheric change on our environment and way of life, or through the empathy we feel when we see pictures of humanitarian disasters in other countries. Those of us who see ourselves as global citizens are not abandoning other identities, such as allegiances to our countries, ethnicities, and political beliefs. These traditional identities give meaning to our lives and will continue to help shape us. However, as a result of living in a hyper-connected and interdependent world, we see that as global citizens, we also have an added layer of global responsibilities. Our responsibilities include the following. First, we have the responsibility to understand the ways in which the peoples and countries of the world are interconnected and interdependent. We need to understand the ways in which the global environment affects us where we live, understand the ways in which human rights violation in foreign countries can affect our own human rights, how growing income and resource inequalities within and between countries affect the quality of lives of everyone, how the global tide of immigration affects what goes on in our countries, as well as how our own country's immigration policies affect other nations. Secondly, global citizens have the responsibility to understand global issues that cannot be solved by individual nation states. For example, we need to understand the impact of the scarcity of world resources on societies around the world, the challenges presented by the current distribution of wealth and power, the roots of conflict and the dimensions of peace building, and the challenges posed by a growing global population. Third, we have the responsibility to understand our own perspective and the perspective of others on global issues. Almost every global issue has multiple ethnic, social, political, and economic perspectives attached to it. It's the responsibility of global citizens to understand these different perspectives and work to build common ground solutions. A global citizen should avoid taking sides with one particular point of view and instead search for ways to bring all sides together. Fourth, we have the responsibility to advocate for greater implementation by our countries of international agreements, conventions, and treaties related to global issues. We need to advocate for having our countries sign these outstanding global agreements, conventions, and treaties that they have not signed, and for ratifying and complying with those that they have agreed to. And finally, we have the responsibility to provide and advocate for greater international cooperation between our countries and other nations. When a global issue arises, it is important for global citizens to speak out on how our countries can work with other nations to address the issue, and how our countries can work more effectively with established international organizations like the UN, rather than proceed on a unilateral course of action of their own. We conclude this module by asking you to participate in an active learning exercise. Active learning focuses on a problem-solving approach to education that includes listening, dialogue, action, and reflection. The methodology requires active and engaged participants asking critical questions and searching for needed information that can inform their problem-solving activities. It requires participants to collaborate and negotiate consensus recommendations and solutions with their peers. As a participant in this course, please complete the following assignment during week 1 of the 2-week period for the study of Module 1. Be prepared to share your findings with other course participants at the end of week 1 and going into week 2. Step 1. Write a short statement that describes your perceptions of global citizenship. Include whether you agree or disagree with the definition of a global citizen that's provided in this module, and discuss the kinds of global issues that you're interested in and the reasons for your interest. Also discuss how you will bring the practice of global citizenship into your life and work. Identify any references, articles, books, websites that you find useful to substantiate the ideas that you're presenting. At the end of week 1, submit your draft worksheet to program staff and to your project partner. At the beginning of week 2, you'll receive feedback from program staff and your project partner on your draft worksheet. Then participate in the middle of week 2 in a conference call involving all participants and program staff, where additional feedback will be provided. Make any revisions that are appropriate in your worksheet for Module 1, finalize it, and include it in your course portfolio at the end of week 2.